Hey my friends, what's going on? Cater here on a beautiful day, going for my morning run. Hope you had a good week. So why, if you build a brand, you will never be broke again, right? If you actually build a brand. I was having this conversation with someone, and I want to talk to you about how powerful it is to build a brand. Because if you're doing whatever you're doing, usually if you have one stream of income, one of the first thing a brand is going to allow you to do is to create multiple streams of income. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a business where you're doing two-row, right? You got really good at it. You got 3 or 4 cars. You know, you create multiple streams of income to the cars. But if anything happened to your two-row account, it got shut down, boom, there goes your streams of income, right? It's gone. Now, when you create a brand is when you build a community around what you do. Anything that you know how to do, anything that you feel like there's a lot of people who would find interest into it. If it's something that creates cash flow, it creates money, there's gonna be other people out there who wants to learn what you do. And even if it doesn't create money, if it's something that's entertaining, if it's something that people can find their passion, or you can get a group of people around, you can build a brand so you can get a community around that. When you do that, that's gonna give you the power. The first power is gonna give you is the power of leverage. When you leverage a brand, it gives you access to a lot more people. So now it's gonna stimulate different ideas in your mind. If you're an entrepreneur, you will be able to create what's called multiple flow of income from that brand itself. So for example, like I was saying, I have one of my students, he started doing two-row. So one of the best advice that I gave him was, okay, now that you get 10 cars up there, I think he got like 15 to 30 cars. If you wanna develop a brand around that now, obviously you're not just gonna get the customers, people that that's getting the cars from you on two-row, but if you can build a community of people that wants to jump on there to learn the strategy on how to earn money from their car, or people that's gonna put their cars on two-row, if you could get a community of 1,000 people, right, that would be interested into having their own two-row business. Now you can monetize those thousands of people, and how you could do that and create other streams of income. I'm giving you the game now. You could do that for anything else. You can build a brand into anything else. So I'm just giving you the two-row game right there. So I'll build a community. Let's say I get 1,000 people who's actually, putting their cars on two-rows. So I would make a course. That's one way you can monetize it. Making a course on how to, let's say people want to get into the two-row game, but they want to get luxury car. So I could do a two-row course where I teach people how to get luxury cars without putting any money down. How to build their credit to get luxury cars without putting money down for the business. That could be one way I can attack it, right? I can teach them how to build the personal credit. If they don't know, if they have bad credit, on how to fix it, if they want to get more cars. I can teach them how to build a fleet of, let's say I have a fleet of 30 cars, right? And someone's just getting started and they only have 1 or 2 cars on two-row. So if I know how to get a fleet of 30 cars in a month, I could literally create a course and charge people for the course. Let's say I'm gonna charge people $9.97 for the course, right? And I have 1,000 people in the group. Even if I can get 10%, right? Even if I could get 10% with it, which is 100 people, if I can get 10% to buy my course at 1K, that's a pretty good amount of money that you're gonna be making just for having the knowledge. Or if you want to sell it for 97 bucks, it all depends on what you want to create from there. So that's gonna create another stream of income for yourself, right? And then another thing you could do, if you in there you having problems with your car, one of the ways that you can earn money again would be creating a YouTube channel. Like create a YouTube channel, you get past the 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hour watch time, and then what you could do once you create the YouTube channel, now you could push your videos inside of the group for the 1,000 people. Every time you face some type of difficulties in your two-row business, like let's say you get into an accident and then two-row, you call two-row and say, hey, one of my cars got into an accident with the driver that was driving it, and while it was on two-row, and how I can get it fixed. And let's say two-row say, hey, I'm gonna give you $3,000 for whatever damage in the car. And you say, hey man, I'm not just gonna take $3,000. Let me go to the shop first, right? Because sometimes two-row will give you the option, hey, I'm just gonna buy you out. I'm just gonna pay you 3, 4, 5, whatever. And then you say to yourself, nah, man, let me go check with a mechanic first. Let me take it to the dealership first. Let me get people to look into it, because I'm not a car mechanic, so I don't know how much this stuff is gonna cost me. Let's say you go there and then boom, at the mechanic, they told you this thing is gonna cost you $10,000 to fix. And now you go to Turo and say, hey, here's a note from the mechanic, and send it to you. It's gonna cost me $10,000 to fix this thing, but you guys was willing to give me $3,000. Now, mind you, if you had took that deal first, that would have been a big mistake, right? Because you would have missed on $7,000, which probably would have to come from your pocket, or would have to deal back. So that's a video that someone, if they're building a business in that field, I could make by maybe potentially help them with a potential problem that they might be having in the future, because they're in the same field as me. So videos like this, things on how to make the customer feel good, things on how to get reviews, how to get 5 stars reviews. These are things that I know that people that's gonna be on my Turo business, that's gonna create a Turo business, they're gonna wanna know, right? And I can also offer them my courses. That would be another level of income stream. So once your YouTube get monetized, you start getting views. That's another income stream by having that brand. So you build a brand aside from having the business. You build a brand that you can actually get paid for, right? So let's say I wanted to do something else, like I wanted to add another stream of income. And if the group grows to, like, let's say 10,000 people, now I got 10,000 people in the group. What I would do is build a t-shirt, call it 7-figure drivers, or 7-figure car owners, or 7-figure 2 rows, something like that, right? And then it would be a merch. I would just like I have this merch on me that says Puma, so I can literally create my own merch for those people, and they can start buying from me. So that's another stream of income. Then I can decide, let me build an email list, get those people's name and email, put them on a list, and then from that list I can literally find the lockbox. You see, whenever someone is driving a car now, if they have like 10-20 cars, literally they would have to, some people, they want to automate the process. So if they're gonna go drive the car, like one of my friends, he drives a lot of cars at the airport, right? So he would have to go to the airport and then drop the car at the airport for the customer. When the customer come from their flight, they will go down from the flight, pick up their luggage, and then go get the car in the parking lot. But before, what he was doing, he was going there and wait for the customers. And you know, sometimes there's a lot of delay with flights. So if the flight has a delay, you would have to wait at the airport like 1 hour, 2 hours before that customer shows up. So that wasted 2-3 hours of his time. So he figured out, hey, me getting a lockbox and put it on my car, put it on my window, and just give the customer the lock number, they can just go ahead and serve themselves, which makes it a lot easier. It saves me time. I can just drop off the car and go. Now, this is an item that I know a lot of people is gonna want. Maybe I could make a video about it. So if this is an experience of mine, I could literally make a video about the lockbox and then go to Amazon, become an affiliate, become an associate, because I have that specific group of people who would be very interested in those lockbox. When I tell them the reason why I use them and how they can use them, I give them my link. Now I just add another stream of income, because now I start doing what's called affiliate marketing. Then I could do that for every little items that I'm gonna be buying, for everything that I'm gonna be buying to put in my business. I can start doing the same thing. I can start adding those as income streams by becoming an associate and affiliate. There's so many more, but guys, I wanna keep this video short because I'm gonna go for my run. But like I said, if you wanna learn how to monetize your brand, be sure to grab my ebook, Monetize Your Brand, pick it up. Build a brand. Whatever you're building, build a brand. You can take it to the next level, right? If you enjoyed this video, if you have any questions for me, drop it down in a comment. I'll see you guys on the next one. See you guys later. Let's go.